Hello, my dear students, take my heart. I hope you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. My little brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Little students, today I will try to discuss on your elementary mathematics books. I will try to solve all the questions of page number 85. So let's try to start the class and try to solve some questions. First of all, I like to show you the questions which is mentioned in page number 85. We can see that in page number 85 there has 5 questions, and in question number 1 there has almost 24 questions, and these are all easy questions. And in question number 2, 3, 4 and 5 there has the questions. It is also easy, but it is a little bit critical, so I will try to solve all these questions. First of all, if we see question number 1, we can see that there has 11 plus 18, and it is a method of addition, and that is why here we can see a word of add. So how we can solve it? The students, you know that in my earlier lectures I was trying to say you that whenever you will try to solve this type of questions, you should solve this question from your right hand side. So in our right hand side we can see that 1 plus 8 is equal 9 and 1 plus 1 is equal 2. So the answer of this question will be 29. Next, if we see question number 2, we can see that 22 plus 15, and there we can see that sign of plus, and it indicates that it will be a method of summation, and that is why we will try to solve this question with the concept of addition. So in our right hand side you can see that 5 plus 2. Do you know that 5 plus 2 is equal what? Yes, it is very easy. So 5 plus 2 is equal 7, and in our left hand side we can see that 2 plus 1 is equal what? You know that 2 plus 1 is equal 3. So the answer of question number 2 will be 35. If we see question number 3, you can see that 34 plus 14. But in our right hand side we can see that 4 plus 4. Do you know that 4 plus 4 is equal what? We know that 4 plus 4 is equal 8. So in our right hand side we should write 8, and in our left hand side we can see that 3 plus 1 is equal what? You know that 3 plus 1 is equal 4, and that is why the answer of question number 3 will be 48. Next, if we see question number 4, we can see that 12 plus 24. In our right hand side you can see that 2 plus 4. Do you know that 2 plus 4 is equal what? Yes, it is also easy. So 2 plus 4 is equal 6, and that is why in your right hand side you should write a 6, and in left hand side you should write that 2 plus 1 is equal 3, and that is why you should write a 3 here. So the answer of question number 4 will be 36. If we see question number 5, we can see that 25 plus 23. In right hand side we can see that 5 plus 3. So 5 plus 3 is equal 8, and in our left hand side 2 plus 2 is equal 4. So the answer of question number 5 will be 48. Then if we see question number 6, we can see that 30 plus 14. In right hand side 4 plus 0. 4 plus 0 is equal what? Dear students, in my earlier lectures I described that, I was taught you that if we add anything with 0, if we subtract anything from 0, the answer of that question will be that number, not 0. So as I am describing the concept of addition, so I will try to say you what will be the answer if we add anything with 0. So if we add anything with 0, the answer of that question, of that particular question, the answer will be that number. So in this case 0 plus 4 is equal 4, and then 3 plus 1 is equal 4. So the answer of question number 6 will be 44. Next, if we see question number 3, we can see that the question is 29 plus 20. So if we noticed in our right hand side, we can see that 9 plus 0. So we can say that 9 plus 0 is equal 9, and then in our left hand side 2 plus 2 is equal 4. So the answer of question number 7 will be 49. And then if we see question number 8, we can see that in our right hand side there has 2 0. That means 0 plus 0 is equal what? Dear students, it is also very easy, but just think about that. If we add nothing with nothing, then the answer will be also nothing. So that is why if we add 0 with 0, the answer will be 0. that is a very common question, and that is a very easy question, that nothing plus nothing is equal nothing, and that is why 0 plus 0 is equal 0, and in our left hand side 2 plus 1 is equal 3. So the answer of question number 8 will be 30. If we see question number 9, you can see that 40 plus 10. In right hand side you can see that 0 plus 0, and in earlier I described you that 0 plus 0 is equal 0, and in our left hand side that will be that 4 plus 1 is equal 5. So the answer of question number 9 will be 50. And then if we see question number 10, we can see that 0 plus 0 is equal 0 and 4 plus 1 is equal 5. So the answer of question number 10 will be 50. If we see question number 11, we can see that 32 plus 4. In our right hand side, 4 plus 2. We know that 4 plus 2 is equal 6, and in our left hand side there will be just a 3 from here. So the answer of question number 11 will be 36. And then if we see question number 12, we can see that 7 plus 42. In our right hand side there has a 7 plus 2. So 7 plus 2 is equal 9, and in left hand side there has just a 4, but in the upper layer or in the upper row we cannot see anything, so there will be just 4 in our left hand side. So the answer of question number 12 will be 49. And then if we see question number 13, we can see that 20 plus 8. So in right hand side 0 plus 8 is equal 8, and in left hand side there will be a 2. So the answer of question number 13 will be 28. If we see question number 14, we can see that in our right hand side there has a 6 and 0. So 6 plus 0 is equal 6, and in left hand side there will be a 4. So the answer of question number 14 will be 46. If we see question number 15, we can see that in right hand side there has 2 0. So the answer of this 2 0, when we will try to add this 2 0, the answer will be just a 0, and in our left hand side there will be a 5. So the answer of question number 15 will be just 50. And if we see question number 16, we can see different types of maths, and it is also easy. It is also easy, and we will try to solve this question. So now we will try to solve this question from our right hand side. So in 15, we can see that in our right hand side the digit, when we see the right hand side you can see a 5, and in this case there has a 3. So 5 plus 3 is equal 8. So in our right hand side we should write 8, and in left hand side 1 plus 1 is equal 2. So the answer of this question will be 28. And then if we see question number 17, we can see that 21 plus 27. So in this case we will try to solve this question from our right hand side. So in right hand side we can see a 1, and there has a 7. So 1 plus 7 is equal 8, and that is why in our right hand side there will be a 8, and 2 plus 2 is equal 4, and that is why there will be a 4. So the answer of this question will be 48. And then if we see question number 18, we can see that 34 plus 12 is equal what? You know that 4 plus 2 is equal 6, and that is why there will be a 6. And then 3 plus 1 is equal 4. So the answer of this question will be 46. And then if we see question number 19, we can see that 19 plus 30. And in our right hand side, we can see just a 9 and a 0. And in my earlier lecture, I described that if we add anything with 0, the answer of that particular calculation will be just that number, not 0. So here we can see that 9 plus 0 is equal 9. And furthermore, we can see that 3 plus 1 is equal 4. So the answer of this question will be 49. And next, if we see question number 20, we can see that 10 plus 28. So in our right hand side, 0 plus 8 is equal 8, and then 2 plus 1 is equal 3. So the answer of question number 20 will be 38. And then if we see question number 21, we can see that 20 plus 20, it is also easy, that 0 plus 0 is equal 0, and then 2 plus 2 is equal 4. So the answer of question number 21 will be 40. And then if we see question number 22, we can see that 30 plus 20 is equal what? You know that 0 plus 0 is equal 0, and then 3 plus 2 is equal 5. So the answer of question number 22 will be 50. And then if we see question number 23, we can see that 43 plus 5 is equal what? You know that 3 plus 5 is equal 8, and that is why in your right hand side you should write 8, and that 4 will be here. So the answer of question number 23 will be 48. If we see question number 24, we can see that 9 plus 30. There has nothing in our left hand side, and that is why it will be just that 9 plus 0 is equal 9, and that 3 will be here. So the answer of question number 24 will be 39. But we have finished almost all the question of question number 1, and now it is time for enjoying with some mathematics. And now we will try to solve some critical questions. Now we will try to solve question number 2, 3, 4 and 5. In my earlier lecture, I described that whenever you will try to solve any types of mathematics, any types of questions, any types of problems, first of all, you should read the question again and again. And not only just read the question, you should read the question very deeply so that you can collect the data from the questions, and then you can apply the data or the informations whenever you will try to solve the question. So in question number 2, we can see that in grade 1 of our school, there are 24 boys and 25 girls. How many students are in grade 1 of the school? So look, the students there, the data is there were 24 boys and 25 girls. So the question to you that how many boys and girls are total in that particular class. So now we will try to solve this question number 2. So let's go to the board. In the first line, you should write the solution of question number 2, and then you should write that number of boys. We can see that in the question there was the number of boys was 24, and in then that line, in the next line, we can see that number of girls is 25. And since it is a question of summation and it is a question of addition, and that is why you should write this plus sign whenever you will try to solve this question. So in the final line, we should write that total is equal 49. Dear student, can you guess that why I write 49 here? You know that 5 plus 4 is equal 9 and 2 plus 2 is equal 4. And I would like to give you a warning that whenever you will try to solve this question, you must needs to write these numbers in a line, and it is a printing mistake. So 5 plus 4 is equal 9 and 2 plus 2 is equal 4. And finally, you should write the answer. And here the answer is 49 students. So the total boys and girls were 49. And that is the solution of question number 2. Now we will try to solve question number 3. Before that, I like to show you the question of question number 3. That the question is, Shobita has been reading a book. She read 13 pages yesterday and 10 pages today. How many pages did she read in these 2 days? Dear students, look and try to collect the data, try to collect the information which is given in this question. We can see that in the first line, yesterday Shobita was reading 13 pages, and then today she was reading that 10 pages. So if we add this 13 with the 10, the number of pages will be increased. And that is why we will try to solve this question with the concept of summation, with the concept of addition. And now we will try to summarize or materialize this question. So how can we solve this question number 3? Now we will try to do this. So let's see the board and try to solve this. In question number 3, in the first line, you should write the solution of question number 3. Yesterday she read 13 pages. And don't forget to write this equal sign. And in the next line, we should write today she read 10 pages. And in my earlier lectures, I was described that whenever you will try to solve any types of additional math, and that place you should write a plus sign. And in the final line, you should write that total she read 23 pages. And can you guess why I write this 23 here? You know that 3 plus 0 is equal 3, and then 1 plus 1 is equal 2. So finally the answer of that question will be 23, and that is the answer. Answer is equal 23 pages. You can also use a equal sign here. it is not mandatory to use a colon here. So I hope you all will understand question number 3. Now we will try to solve question number 4, and before that we will try to see what is the question of question number 4. So let's go to the page, and that is question number 4. We can see that Bina spent 20 taka for guava and 30 taka for wood apple. So how much taka did she spend? The students, look what data, what types of data, what types of information are given there. We can see that Bina was spent 20 taka for guava and then 30 taka for wood apple. So because the total taka is, the number of total taka will be increased, and that is why in this particular question we will try to use the concept of addition, we will try to use the concept of summation. So now we will try to solve question number 4, and now we will see how can we solve this question. So let's go to the board and try to see the question and try to see the solution. So in the first line you should write that for guava she spent 20 taka, and for wood apple she spent 30 taka. And because it is a question of summation, because it is a question of addition, and that is why you should write a plus sign whenever you will try to solve this question. And in the final line you should write that all together she spent 50 taka. Can you guess that why I was right this 50 here? You know that 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, and that is why in our right hand side I write this 0, and in left hand side we can see that 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, and that is why all together she spent 50 taka. And that is the process of solving any types of question. So finally we should write an answer, so this is the answer, and the answer will be that answer is equal 50 taka. So dear students, I hope you all will understand question number 4, and now we will try to solve question number 5. But before that I like to show you the question of question number 5. So let's go to the page and try to see that. In question number 5 the question is, Hadi had 40 blank papers and his father gave him 7 more papers. How many papers does he have now? Dear students, please try to collect the data and try to use your memory, try to use your brain, and try to deeply read the question. So in the first line you can see that at the first or at the beginning of the story Hadi had 40 blank papers, and then after that her father or his father gave him 7 more papers. So altogether the number of papers will be increased, and that is why, because the number of papers will be increased, and that is why we will try to solve this question with the concept of addition, with the concept of summation. And now we will try to systematically summarize this question. How can we do it? Now I will try to see you the answer of that question. So let's go to the board and try to solution of this question. So in the first line you should write that solution of question number 5, and then you should write Hadi had 40 papers. Dear students, you know that in the first line there was a line that Hadi had 40 papers, and that is why I write here that in the first line there was 40 papers. And what we will write in the next line? We can write that his father gave him 7 papers, and because it is a math of summation, because it is a math of addition, and that is why you should write a plus sign here. And students, I want to give you a warning that whenever you will try to solve this question you should write this equal with this equal in a line, and there has a printing mistake, and that is why 7 is here. But whenever you will write this question you should write this 7 below this 0. Okay, I hope you all will understand that. And now what we will read in the final line, we can see that now he has 47 papers. And how can we get this 47? You know that 0 plus 7 is equal to 7, and then this 4 will be here. So the answer of this question will be 47. So the answer of question number 5 will be like that. Answer is equal 47 papers. So dear students, I hope you all were understands all the summations, all the additions which I was described to you. I hope you all were understand the problems. I hope you all were understand the questions and the solutions which I was displayed to you. In the next video, I will try to solve another types of mathematics, another types of questions. If you have any types of questions, any types of problems, any types of doubts, you can write me on the comment box. Inshallah, I will try to solve all the problems. I will try to answer all the questions, and I will try to clear all the doubts which you have. So please try to read more and more and be active to on your studies so that you can be a master of mathematics. So in the next video, inshallah, I will try to show you another tutorial class. So thank you very much and goodbye.